Now, the other day, this Brooke Calcagno person, I'm probably butchering the last name. I don't really give a shit, but she came on our Facebook group and she basically advertised her company, her service that she offers, and she offers this special needs driver course for people with special needs, which is a bit weird because our Facebook group, we don't have special needs. And for those who don't know what they mean by special needs, I'll just show you, what she linked us. So Streetwise driver training Gold Coast have specialize in teaching. Fix your grammar there. Specialize in students with special needs such as dyslexia, bipolar, ADHD, Asperger's, depression, schizophrenia, personality disorders, hearing impairments, learning difficulties, anxiety, panic attacks, etc., etc. So basically, they have this long list of things that they cater to, these special needs, and we happen to be right in the middle between ADHD and depression. And for autism, they're right in the middle between dyspraxia and various learning disorders. Now, it is not appropriate to have us listed there. Being a person, it doesn't mean that you have special needs. Having Asperger's and autism listed there, it's the same as having left-handed or gay listed there. Could you also imagine, having listed there, gay or black? It's like, what is it doing there? Now, most people they think that you could just politely explain to these people that that being an AS person doesn't necessarily mean that you have special needs. You'd think that they just realize just how stupid that is, and then promptly remove us from the list, right? But of course not. It doesn't actually work that way. It's very difficult to deal with neurotypicals. They just once they have their mind set on something, they just like to dig their heels in, and they just want to believe that's right, despite what evidence and despite what you tell them about it. So I very politely explained to this Brooke Calcagno person from Streetwise just how frustrating it is and just how incredibly inaccurate it is that people view us as some sort of pathology where you have special needs. And of course, she wasn't able to understand it. And you know what she said to me?
Oh, I apologize for offending.
I don't give a fuck about being offended. You didn't insult me. That's not what you did. You completely misrepresented me. You smeared me, and you smeared all these other people that you misrepresented. And then she goes on to say,
oh, I didn't suggest there was any similarity to the other things listed there.
Then why did you put us on a special needs list? You fucking idiot. Now, to give you a bit of context, before I tell you about this next part, I'm just going to tell you briefly about the crew. It's our social club. It's for AS people, so people that are Asperger and autistic. Well, I suppose neurotypicals can come as well, obviously. Basically, we go to movies, we go to games, we hold barbecues, we go to different restaurants, we visit all the local events in town, and we're all grown-ass fucking men, and we don't get chaperoned around by our parents, and we don't have any special fucking needs. And now I'm the administrator for this social club, and you have this moron telling me on a Facebook page,
oh no, I just wanted to let the parents know about our special needs services for teaching kids to drive.
Just let that sink in for a moment. Okay, because we're listed as an Asperger's and autism group, she thought that our social club was a bunch of parents with special needs kids. How fucked up is that? But back to this absurd claim that AS is somehow special needs. It's like I said, our group, we don't have any special needs. I think only like one person in our group has dyslexia. That's the thing with fine motor skills, but it certainly isn't related to AS. Otherwise, all of us would have dyslexia, and that's not something exclusive with the spectrum. Neurotypicals also have dyslexia, well, some of them anyway. Should we also start saying that neurotypicals are a special needs group? Is ridiculous. And if you look up that list, dyslexia is already fucking on it. Why bother putting autism and Asperger's on there if you're talking about dyslexia? Okay, the vast majority of people in our group don't have special needs. Just like the vast majority of neurotypicals don't have special needs. That's because being born an AS person or a neurotypical isn't some sort of disease or defect that comes with special needs. So I ask this fucking Brooke moron to give me just one example of why AS people are in this special needs category. And you know what she said to me? That's right. Nothing. She said zilch, zip, and zero. She could not give me not one single reason to back up her absurd claim. She couldn't even give me a bullshit reason. And instead of sitting down and talking about it, and coming up with some sort of amicable solution to this thing, like an adult, she instead withdraws from the fucking conversation. Because she doesn't like the truth. It's this neurotypical tantrum of, oh shit, I don't have any valid points anymore, but I wanted to be right. I don't like the facts, whatever, talk to the hand. How fucking sick to death of you guys of having to put up with these vile stigmas all the time. How fucking sick to death of you of being misrepresented by morons that don't know the first thing about us. How fucking sick to death of you are people thinking that you as a person are some sort of horrid disease or defect. Fucking hell. So what I've done is what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all the review pages for this Streetwise to the description down below. Google reviews, Facebook reviews, True Local. So for all those people out there that are as frustrated as I am about neurotypicals speaking for them and misrepresenting them, here's your chance to have your say. And some people will be like, oh, Moro, what are you doing? These guys are small fry. You shouldn't be calling them out, etc., etc. It's not just this one place. It needs to be said everywhere. If every time Kirby started, spreading around this bullshit, if every time that happened, there was someone to tell them, oh, hey, that's really ignorant, or, hey, that's not accurate, or no, AS people aren't a disease. You don't have to yell and scream at them, obviously. Just have to challenge them on it. If every time that happened, if every time there was this, adult conversation about this, or, if there was someone there to challenge them every time this happened, we would be able to get rid of these vile and disgusting stigmas that are smearing us. The reason why these vile stigmas are so prevalent is because they go unchallenged and uncontested all the fucking time. And it'll take you, probably less than 5 minutes just to make a review. You don't have to yell and scream at them. You just have to say, oh, hey, that's really ignorant. That's not accurate. And if you have a Google account, probably the review will take, less than a minute to just to write a quick review. Okay, this is something that really bugs me about the AS community. is that a lot of them will just say to you, oh no, if you just ignore it, then it'll go away. No, it fucking won't. Okay, don't let it go unchecked and unchallenged. If you just leave it and just ignore them, then they're free to propagate their bullshit. They're free to spread these bullshit stigmas and keep smearing us with them. It'll just perpetually go on to more and more people if you don't challenge it. And for Streetwise and this Brooke Calcagno person, and anyone else that does it for that matter, fuck you. Can't even have an adult conversation about this. As soon as you hear something that you don't like, you withdraw from the conversation. Seriously, you're such a cowardly piece of shit. It's not a big ask that you put on your big girl pants and stop being willfully ignorant and just admit that equating AS people to special needs is incredibly ignorant and is not an accurate representation. And B, stop spreading that bullshit around. Stop smearing us and misrepresenting us with all these vile and disgusting stigmas. It's not a big fucking ask.